Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs, and I am here to share with you one of my cut loose press patterns called Hexie Harmony. And that pattern uses the Hexagon trim tool in a different way than the typical pineapple. The Hexie Harmony is made with strips, 2.5-inch strips, and this size takes just one strip pack, or about 38 strips. So it's great for kitting up and just makes it so easy. And then it's just one single fabric for the background and binding. So super simple, and people can make it in any colorway they want. Now, the way we use the tool, we start with our whole 2 strips, because each block is combined of the 2 colors. So you really just put together what you want for the 2 colors to go together, lay them out folded, and I usually stack at least 2 of them, maybe 4 of them, and then we just start making our cuts from there. We start by cutting the trapezoid pieces, and you just do that by laying the top edge of the ruler at the top of the edge of the strips, and then you cut on both sides. And of course, the Creative Grids rulers with their little edging, just make sure that nothing moves on there. So we got our little trapezoid, and then we turn the ruler and we're going to cut 4-inch half hexagons. And they have perfect markings. The ruler, you just lay it on top and it just marks that area perfectly. And you make your cut. And before you move your ruler, you want to snip this little corner off, that little dog ear. And we want to do that on the other side, so I usually just turn this right away and make sure I get that trimmed off. Trim that off. This is going to make our assembly so much easier. So we have our half hexagon, we have our trapezoid, and then the 2 more pieces we need to cut are the diamonds on each side. And for that, we just need a regular ruler. Could be your big one or a smaller one. And we already have that perfect angle on the strip. So we just lay our ruler, the 2.5-inch line on the ruler, along the cut edge, and cut our diamonds. And we cut 2. So which means that out of the full strip, you will get 4 diamonds, and 2 of each of those. So each strip will make 2 blocks. So now with all of our cut pieces, how they're assembled is we're going to assemble just a half a block at a time, because we put these together in horizontal rows. So we're just going to put together the 1/2. And what I showed you earlier and how simple it is to put these together when you have these dog ears cut off, we're going to start by adding our diamonds to each side, like so. And when you lay them down to sew on your sewing machine, you just line that corner up right where you cut those dog ears off. Now the diamond will still have a little dog ear, but that's okay, because this one is placed perfectly, and once you do your 1/4-inch seam, these will line up just perfect. And it's just great for anybody in class, that it could be beginners or whatnot. That's just so easy to do. Once these are pressed, you add your trapezoid on top, and you have your half block. And then your second pieces that you cut are just the second colorway of the block. The yin and yang, the harmony piece that goes, the opposite color that goes then below here. Now for the setting pieces, those are also cut with the Hexagon trim tool, just to be able to use the ruler for everything. What I did is just, you trim the selvages off each side. So you leave the strip folded, and you just trim the fold, and then you trim the selvages. So you have both edges completely squared off, because we are going to use the setting little triangles markings on the ruler to cut those. Those are the ones that get added here to straighten our edges, and up here as well. So we're going to lay the ruler and adjusting the bottom of the strip along the bottom of the straight line and then the side of the straight line. And you can see it just will fit perfectly. You make your cut. And if you want, you can cut that dog ear off as well. That's going to also help with placement. And because we left the strip folded, you're going to get 2 pieces that are mirror image. So they can fit on each side of the block units. And for the rest, we're going to cut half hexagons that go in here to fill in. And as you notice on the ruler, there's a straight line. There's a center line that's dotted, but then there's a straight line that's 1/4 inch from the center line. So we're going to use that, the straight line, when we lay it on top and cut our half hexies. We're going to cut that little dog ear off because that's going to help us. And then make our cuts like so. And you can get 4 half hexagons out of a full strip. And then the other side, because that was straight, we're going to get another set of the little triangles and use up all of our strips. So that's all the cutting that is needed for making the quilt. As I said before, it's just assembled in horizontal lines and horizontal rows, and then you put the rows together. Add a small little border just to kind of make the whole unit float on the background, and it just gives that whole visual impact because all the blocks kind of form a hexagon as well. Now I just love this tool, and I have 2 patterns that I've done using the same tool kind of in the same way, also doing strip quilts. And the first one is called Strip Lash. This one is perfect for beginners. It's super simple, and looking at the quilt, they wouldn't think that it's a beginner quilt. But it's done with strips only, so the lap size uses just 1 strip pack. And you assemble your strip units and you cut them out using the tool and put them together, and you use even the triangle units cut, that uses the edges of the strip, so you're using the full strip. I don't like leftovers. This pattern comes in 6 different sizes, so they can choose whatever they want to make. The second one I have is called Strip to Shore, again using the trim tool. And this one is a little bit similar to the Hexie Harmony, where you cut your half, because you have your 4-inch half hexagons, and then you do the colorful border around it using just rectangles and diamonds. So I hope you enjoy.